What's up? We're playing Ratchet and Clank 3. I didn't want to start right at the beginning of the game because I feel like the first couple levels, they take at least 20-30 minutes and you don't really get to experience the actual game as much. But I also didn't want to start right at the end of the game because I want to play the game. I want to actually get an opportunity to talk about and play this game I love. Okay, I've only got one vid comic. Before the game just ends. So here we are. I'm pretty early on. I've played for an hour maybe. I'm not exactly sure what to do next because pretty sure it'd just be the city level. So I don't know. We can see if there's anything to do on the ship. If not, I'll have to go to the front and see what's going on there. Annihilation Nation, that's what I've got to do. Annihilation Nation is basically the source of a lot of the game's post-game optional content. There's a lot of optional challenges and stuff in Annihilation Nation, but they introduced you to it pretty early on, and we've got to do one of the missions from there. So we'll do that. But yeah, this game is pretty awesome. It's been weird though, playing it after playing Rift Apart, because the controls are very different. They're not bad. It's just they feel a bit less refined, I guess. In Rift Apart, everything kind of feels more modernized. The way that you aim is more similar to a traditional third-person shooter, whereas in this game you don't have a lock-on. You just have third person. In this game, the default controls have you pressing circle to shoot, whereas in this game you press in this game you press circle. In Rift Apart you use the triggers, which again is more like a traditional third-person shooter game. I still think this game controls fine, but I do think I prefer the way that Rift Apart controls. But it doesn't bother me at all when I'm playing. Do I not have a weapon? I do. They're just not equipped. Okay. Go with the nitro launcher. Try and get it upgraded. I like this game and the way it controls just fine, but Rift Apart is probably the way I would prefer them to control going forward. That being said, if they ever remake this game for PS5 or whatever, PC and stuff, I would absolutely love a version of this that looks as good and controls as well as Rift Apart, because the gameplay is all there. This game is fantastic, and it's just every Ratchet game, at least for the first three, kind of just improved on each other over and over. That's my opinion. I rate it 3 is the best, then 2, then 1. I don't know where I would put Gladiator. I don't know where I would put A Crack in Time. I just know that the first 3 games I would put in that order. I guess as far as Gladiator is concerned, I never finished the game, so I can't put it that high. I guess I would put that as my least favorite of the console games. A Crack in Time was really good. I'd probably put it in top 3. Ratchet 1 has always been my least favorite, and I don't know necessarily why that is. It's a good game. It's just of the 3 PS2 games, it tends to be my least favorite of the 3 numbered ones, because of course Gladiator is also on PS2. That being said, though, we should talk about the way that they're named is different in Europe to in other regions, in America. In Europe, this game's called Ratchet 3. In Europe, Ratchet 2 is called Ratchet and Clank 2. Well, actually, it's called Locked and Loaded. It's called Ratchet and Clank 2 Locked and Loaded. In America, Ratchet 2 is called Going Commando, and this game is called Up Your Arsenal. Gladiator's called Deadlocked. You know, there's a couple other things. So I don't know if it's like a censorship thing. It's probably a censorship thing because like Up Your Arsenal, Going Commando, they're like kind of rude things. They allude to rude things. But I always thought it was kind of interesting because when I go on the internet and people are talking about these games, they call them by the American names because everyone's American, right? Like the internet is American. It's kind of interesting to me because this game is Ratchet and Clank 3, and to me, it'll always be Ratchet and Clank 3. I've never, like, even though I know it's called Up Your Arsenal, I've never looked at it as Up Your Arsenal. It's always been Ratchet and Clank 3 for me. It's kind of interesting that there's like that regional difference there. But yeah, I think Ratchet and Clank 3, like calling it that is the least like confusing, I guess, for all parties. Because Americans know that Up Your Arsenal is 3. Europeans might not know that Up Your Arsenal is 3. They might not, because like, why would they know that? I know that because I've seen people talking about it, but I didn't know it when I was like a kid, which is like, these games are kids games ultimately. So I really like the I like all the weapons that like give me minions. So the Infector like turns people against them, so you can like infect the strong guys and they'll take out the little guys for you. There's also a weapon that turns them into sheep, which eventually turns them into like fire-breathing sheep, which is pretty cool. I really like that. I always really liked the Plasma Whip, but now that I'm playing the game again, it kind of sucks. Like, it seems to just be worse than the wrench, other than its range. Because it has ammo, like, it runs out of ammo. I always thought the Plasma Whip was really cool. The animation of the way that it, like, I don't know, kind of, like, swirls about is really cool. Like, it still looks like a really cool weapon. It just doesn't seem that useful to me. But yeah, that's the Annihilation Nation course done. Now we gotta go play the Quark vidcomics. These have always been really fun to me. I don't know if everyone likes them. I don't know like what the common consensus is on the vidcomics, because the vidcomics are a like 2D janky platformer. They're not like good platforming, but they're kind of fun just on the basis that like they only last a couple minutes, and they're really silly. Like they have the like, so Captain Quark is the superhero, but he's like a fraud. And
ladies and gentlemen,
yeah, this is him.
Helga.
So he's a superhero, but he's kind of like a fraud, and then you play as him in the game, and it's just like kind of silly, kind of fun. I want to go do the vidcomic now. Okay, no, we started here. We got teleported here. Cool. We'll just go over and do that now. I always really liked this hub world of the hangar. I don't really know why it appeals to me. It's just kind of like, I think it's just cool because all your like trophies go on display and stuff. Like throughout the game you can collect trophies. They go in this room. And eventually, if you collect everything, you unlock the Insomniac Museum, which I never unlocked when I was a kid, but I did get to play in it because there's a way to get to the Insomniac Museum without actually collecting everything. I think you set your system time to like 3 AM, and then you can go to one of the levels and there's like a teleporter to the Insomniac Museum or something like that. So yeah, this is the Quark comic. I think it's silly. You can punch and then cancel it with a jump to like go faster, which I always thought was pretty funny.
Press X while I'm in the air near a wall to
yeah, and the wall jumps are ridiculously big. Like, there are sections of the game where it's like an auto-scroller and it scrolls upwards, but you can just skip them by wall jumping. because the wall jump is so comically large. But yeah, like, it's not like, I would not play a full game of this, but there's only 5 levels. I feel like that's the exact amount of this game that I'm able to tolerate before I would probably, like, give up on it. Because I do think that this gameplay is, like, it's just tolerable enough to where, like, I can laugh at the absurdity of it. But if it was even slightly more annoying, like, I just died. I think I go back to the start of the level here. Okay, no. I mean, I basically go back to the start, but not quite. But yeah, I think, like, if this was, like, a little bit more difficult or, like, a little bit less fun, either one of those, I would not be able to tolerate it. And I wonder if that was on purpose. I wonder if, like, part of it is that it's meant to be a shitty, like... Because fundamentally, like, within Universe... I don't know why I said fundamentally. In Universe, I think it's just a filler word for me at this point. Oh, I can wall jump up there. Hold on, I want to go up there. Like, in Universe, this is a licensed game. Out of Universe, it's not really a licensed game, because it's Captain Quark, who's a character from the video game. But in Universe, this is a licensed game. Licensed games have a reputation for being kind of, like, janky, kind of, like, low budget, and, you know, a lot of, you know, that Avatar game I played, was what this game is, kind of. And it has me wondering if they kind of made it janky on purpose to fit with that, because no doubt Insomniac could make a fantastic 2D platformer. I don't doubt that. To be fair, the resources that would go towards doing that are probably not worth it for, like, I don't know, 20 minutes out of the entire game of Ratchet & Clank 3. Probably not worth it. But they could have done it. They could have made this, like, a really fun platformer. Instead, what we got was, like, a really janky, but, like, somewhat enjoyable platformer. I'm dead again. One thing I'm really happy about is that you don't lose the collectibles when you die. So I'm not really afraid of dying. Because even though it sets you back a little bit, it doesn't feel that bad because I get to keep my stuff. And I do want to collect all of these collectibles because you get a bolt that way, one of the, like, collectibles. And we need those bolts because they're going to get me the Insomniac Museum, which I've decided I actually want to do this time. I want to do it legit. I think I missed some earlier, because that wall was breakable, and I think there was a breakable wall earlier that I didn't know was breakable. I've got to go back. I don't know if I can go back. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I might have just missed some... I might need to play this game again. I could try dying. No, that did not send me back far enough. Okay. I guess I'm not getting all the collectibles. Or maybe I'll be lucky and there was no collectibles behind it, but... seems kind of unlikely. But yeah, I want to actually get the Insomniac Museum legit this time, because it's just something I never did as a kid, and I think it would be fun to do. It's one of those things where, like, some of the bolts are, like, enough out of the way that I'll probably have to use, like an IGN guide or something, which I don't love doing. It's like, to me, that's not the most fun thing. Yeah, okay, I missed a red token. The red tech tokens are worth 10. It's not the most fun thing, having to, like, look up a guide to figure out where things are. One of the things I really liked about Rift Apart, because I actually did 100% that game, one of the things I really liked about it was it just told you where the collectibles were as long as you had found the area that they're in. So, like, as you go around the map, it unlocks those areas of the map, and if you look at the map, it'll tell you, oh, there's a gold bolt here. And I thought that was so much more fair, because, you know, I could I could have found the gold bolts by looking up and down like the entire level repeatedly, or more likely I would have just looked up a guide. But the cool thing is, because the game just tells me where it is, you might say it's a bit soft, it's a bit easy, but it would be easier for me, like, it would be just as easy looking it up on IGN, which is what I would have done anyway. So I'm kind of glad that they skipped that middle step and just told me where everything is. It's something that I really like about Rift Apart compared to this game. Although for what it's worth, with this game, I don't really need the collectibles for anything. In Rift Apart, you don't need the collectibles for anything. They are just optionals, so I don't mind them being hidden, but for someone who actually wants to collect all of them, such as myself, it is a lot easier that the game just tells you where they are. And oftentimes, knowing the exact location doesn't tell you how to get there either. So it's like, it's not always free just because you know where it is. But even if it was free, I wouldn't mind that. Because again, I don't want... You know, I like the difficulty of the game. I don't think that just
Skid?
making it more...
Code name is Shadow
like,
Dude, bro.
making it take
That's like
longer
a
is not difficulty.
speciality.
The difficulty in exploring should be in the
Yeah,
platforming
thanks,
and the
Shadow
combat,
Dude, but I
not
think we
the
got this one covered.
I don't know where I'm
Alright,
going, I
I'll
don't know
just
where
take
the
my
thing I'm
hacker
looking
and
for
go back
is.
to the ship.
Hacker? Oh, well, you know, on
So I think
second
that's
thought,
fair
I
enough.
think we'd like you to join the mission, Shadow.
I remember this level. You got all these guys that split into smaller guys. The thing is, I'm always tempted to use my wrench because it's like, oh, I don't want to run out of ammo. It's this whole thing where, like, in RPGs, I don't want to spend my good items. I might need them later, but it's like, okay, well, when am I going to need them, right? And... oh, I've just jumped in the poison. Is it poisonous? I didn't take any damage from that. In this game, it's like, I know I'm meant to be using the... pardon me, oh my god. I know I'm meant to be using the weapons that I've got. I was like, oh, I don't want to run out of ammo, like, what if I want that ammo later? But no, I should be using them. You get plenty of ammo, like, it's never a problem. Like, you do run out of ammo, but you're meant to use multiple weapons. You're not going to run out of ammo on all your weapons in this game. There's plenty of ammo to go around. The other thing is the upgrades for weapons in this game are really cool. So... I don't know what to do with this. Do I do that? I'm so confused. Okay. Confused and dead now. We'll just skip over all these guys. I like the combat, but after just dying and doing it, I don't really feel like doing it again. Although, I do want to get XP on my weapons, so I might as well... yeah, N60 Storm. Every weapon basically just has, like, auto-aim in this game. Because it has to, right? Because you can't, like, aim the camera very well. Well, I mean, at all in third person. I guess that's why the controls of Rift Apart feel better to me. It's like you actually control where you aim better than just like the bullets just go where the closest enemy is. But that works. Like, I don't mind the way it is, to be honest. I don't know what I need to do here, but I'm going to kill that guy. Oh, he does it. Okay, okay. Taking his time. Was there any reason to play a cutscene there? It's one of the weird things about old games is like... that's a bridge, you know? Like, there's just a bridge and they play a cutscene for it. I feel like that's not... I feel like if I was playing Rift Apart, there wouldn't be a cutscene there. The bridge would just go. Maybe I'm wrong. I definitely wouldn't put a cutscene there if I was designing this game. this thing's almost upgraded, but... Oh my god, I just got pushed! I just got pushed. This game also has like a multiplayer. I never got to play it multiplayer because I don't have friends. I think it has online multiplayer too, but I never got to play that because I didn't. My PS2 wasn't connected to the internet. I didn't even know that online was a thing for PS2. And I actually do think that this game has that. What am I meant to do here? This door doesn't just open. Oh, am I supposed to go underwater?
You haven't forgotten how to swim.
Yeah.
Press
I kind of forgot there was
X to rise. Press harder to dive or rise faster. Your helmet will provide oxygen. At least, in theory.
Yeah, I kind of forgot that there was swimming in this game. This is just a part of the game that completely is not memorable to me. I mean, I do remember it, but I didn't... You know what I mean? Like, I remember it now, but, like, only once prompted. It kind of reminds me of Half-Life, in the training room for Half-Life 1, where you have to swim under the thing and then... Yeah. Alright, Nitro Launcher level up. Yup! Get that a bit stronger.
Upgrade features a lock-on mod. To lock onto enemies,
To lock
press
onto
and
enemies,
hold
press
L2,
L2 and
R2.
R2. Okay. Oh, there it is. Perfect. See, sometimes weapons don't have lock-on, but they get it from that. What's a sewer crystal? I feel like I remember those. What are sewer crystals? I feel like I remember those, but I don't know what those are for. I think they're too far for me to lock on. Oh, there he is. Beesh. I like how it also tells you how much health the enemy has. Oh, I see a bolt. Get me the rare bolt. Awesome. Did that just teleport me back up? Please. It did. Oh my god. Titanium bolt. There we go. Perfect. Yeah, so with the bolts you can buy like skins and stuff, so it's in special. You use skill points to get cheats. So you can get skill points from like all this stuff. Skins though. You can buy skins. You can get the snowman for 6. I only have 2, so I can't really buy anything. But yeah. None of them are that good except the snowman, which is pretty funny. I do like the snowman. What are we doing over here? Yup, more enemies. Oh, this thing's leveling up pretty quickly. I feel like I only used this in like 2 rooms. But it's on its way. I'm playing in there's like multiple camera modes. I'm playing in third-person shooter mode. There is a mode that, when I was a kid, I always played in the like, I think it's auto lock or something. But basically the way it is that it puts you into strafe mode during combat, no matter what. Usually you have to press a button to go into strafe mode. And it puts shooting on the triggers instead of on circle, which is good. The only thing is, it's only in this game, it's not in Ratchet 1 and 2, and I'm gonna play Ratchet 1 and 2. I don't have them anymore, I don't know where they went. I don't have the disc anymore. Actually, it's a funny story. My Ratchet 3 copy that I'm playing on now was in the box for Ratchet 2, so I definitely have Ratchet 2 somewhere, probably, but I don't know where it is. And I don't know where to look for it. So I might just buy Ratchet 1 and 2 again, because like PS2 games are dead cheap anyway, so I don't really mind. I should probably kill that guy before leaving Skid alone. And then here's the thing, I want to play a Crack in Time, but I don't even have a PS3. I've played it before, because there was a brief while where I did have a PS3, but I don't have a PS3 anymore, and I don't know how I'm going to play that game. I think PS3 emulators are okay, but I still prefer not to emulate, so I don't know. I might figure it out, I might not figure it out this year. It might not be a game that I play on Gold. But I mean, there's plenty of other Ratchet & Clank games I can play without playing Crack in Time. The only thing is, it's a really good game. It's like one of those ones where I really prefer not to miss it because it's one of the best ones. But I don't know, all the PS2 games are good. In my opinion, the PSP ones are good, but maybe I'm wrong. Like, I haven't played them since I was a kid, so the fact that I think they're good could just be a misremembering. Misremembering? Yeah, sure. It could just be me misremembering it, I don't know. Kill this guy with the N60, get a bunch of XP on it. And get a sewer crystal. Once again, I do remember them, don't remember what they're for. But I definitely remember collecting them from those big guys. Oh, but yeah, I can't wait to play all of the Ratchet games. I want to play Jak and Daxter too. Well, not too specifically. I want to play Jak and Daxter also. I want to play Precursor Legacy, but most of all I want to play Jak 3. Jak 3 was my favorite Jak and Daxter game as a kid. I loved driving around, I loved shooting the, like, there's a yellow weapon that, like, bounces off of walls. It's got, like, ricochet. I thought that weapon was so cool. Jak and Daxter is such a cool game. I've heard that people don't like 2 and 3 that much, that Precursor Legacy was, like, the best one. When I was a kid, I did not like it that much, but I'm pretty sure the reason that I guess I'll get these, yeah, they're free. The reason that I, yeah, the reason that I, oh, I can't speak. Why am I pressing this again?
Try customizing.
Yeah, lava gun. This is pretty
To
cool.
access your secondary quick
I
select
remember that.
ring, hold R1 while using the quick select.
Yeah, I understand. Do I have a second? I guess I must. I wouldn't be told about it if I didn't have one. Mini turret glove. Oh, I remember that. That one's cool. God, what was I talking about? I keep getting distracted. Oh yeah, when I was a kid I liked Jak 3, 2 and 3 the most. There must be more to that thought than this. There's no way that that's the extent of what I was gonna say. Yeah, I think I thought Precursor Legacy was, like, not as cool because it didn't have guns in it. I'm not, like, into guns particularly. I think I just thought it was cool that it was, like, a mascot, like, kids game, but they had like weapons and they were edgy and there's like Dark Jak and shit. Like, I think that just appealed to me on some level, kind of like Shadow the Hedgehog.
No monkeying around.
Clank, that little sucker will chase bananas any place you shoot him. Give it a try.
Oh, I need to shoot it onto the button. There we go. The Clank levels in this game are honestly pretty good. I don't remember all of them that well, but I don't know. But okay, I'm dead. Cool. And I'm sent back here. Cool. Cool. No checkpoints, even though I unlocked a new gun.
Clank, that little sucker
I'm just
will
gonna
chase
wait for him
bananas
to
any
go all the
place
way
you
over
shoot
there
him.
again.
Give it a try.
But yeah, I guess we're just directing this guy. I do remember this. I don't remember how many other gadgets Clank is gonna get. Oh, he gets the robots, right? Is that he gets the little Clanks?
Clank, if the
guards discover you, just shoot a banana and have the monkey distract them.
I will do that, yes. Ah! Oh, I'm fine. I'm Ratchet, sorry. I was just like a little guy. Hello? Hello?
I found some online instructions for the
Okay, let's talk. Oh, rhythm game. They love doing this. It is an honor and a privilege, my Terranoid brother. Bye-bye!
You will need to use the Tira guys
That's
to
gotta-
infiltrate
oh.
this area.
You know what? I got what I deserved there. I'm not gonna lie. Boing, boing, boing. This is another part of the game that, like, I remember now, but if you asked me about it, I would not be familiar with it before this point. It's kind of funny. I have to deliver a message for Dr. Nefarious. You look suspicious. Who are you? Sorry, once again, rhythm game thing, I cannot focus at all. Certainly not a Lombax. Very well, one can't be too careful. That's true. I could have been a Lombax, but because I said I'm not a Lombax, I can't be. Alright, here we go. Up, down, triangle, square, left, circle, cross. I call it cross. I know a lot of people call it X, but then X makes me think of X from like Nintendo and Game Boy. No? Well, yeah, Game Boy. X is like a button on Xbox and Nintendo controllers. So I kind of feel like... Is he gonna stay there? No, he's not gonna stay there. Go there. And now come here. I'll hold the door open for you, my Cyclops monkey friend. And don't think I ever acknowledged the fact that he's a Cyclops, but he is.
I love those little guys.
Yeah, we
Give
have
them
these little
commands.
plank guys, and we can command them and tell them what to do, basically. These guys are in Secret Agent Clank, but I ended the video when I got to them because I didn't want to deal with them. I don't know what to do here. Attack, maybe? Yep. Yep, that works. You're gonna distract that with the monkey. I guess we just go, right? Attack. Follow. Yep. Yeah, I don't know. These puzzles are a lot more involved than, certainly than the Rift Apart ones. The Rift Apart puzzles, I felt, kind of fell flat.
With the number on it is
They were fine, but the problem with the puzzles in that game were that too many of them were too easy. Like, I did the last puzzle of the game faster than I did the second puzzle. Like, it didn't really feel like there was a progression. And also, a lot of them could be sequence broken, which felt kind of, like it felt good to discover the sequence break, but at the same time, you know, I've skipped part of the puzzle, which is not necessarily a bad thing, but the more it happens, the more it's like, okay, I'm not as invested in these puzzles, I guess. These ones are not hard, like the ones in this game are not hard, but there's more like, I feel like there's just more stuff going on, it feels a bit more involved, I don't know. This is stupid though, I mean, if I could remove all the rhythm game segments from... Oh shit, I said orange crouton zoom zoom butterscotch. That's not what I meant to say. The fail messages are pretty funny. Yeah, I don't see the value this is adding to the game. I would be pretty happy. I would be pretty happy to not have to play these parts, but it's fine. It's not like that bad that it's obnoxious. Clank! Okay. We did it. We hacked into Nefarious's HQ. His underwater sea base. And now we're presumably gonna have a boss fight, because that's usually how these levels go. You might notice that I'm skipping a lot of the cutscenes. I don't really care that much about the plot of Ratchet and Clank. Like, I'm kind of just here for the gameplay for the most part. Yeah, see, now I've got a counter of how many of the crystals I've collected. I knew that would be important at some point, because I remember trying to get more of them. So there must be someone that, like, buys something, right? It must be you. Sell 2 for 4,000 bolts. Right, this is where you get, like, 1,000,000 bolts. You just get, like, infinite bolts. There's 99 to collect. I mean, do I want to do that right now? I don't think I do. Can I just leave? I think there was a... I think my ship was there. I think I could probably just leave. But yeah, this is the sewer. You go around and collect the crystals. I knew there was more to it than just, like, their, like, random collectibles. I knew there was more to it, I just couldn't remember. But yeah, you can get a bunch of money doing this, I guess. There's probably a reward for doing all of them, if I had to guess. Maybe like a trophy or something. But yeah, I think if I can, I'll just leave. I don't feel the need to do this right now. I can't wait till I get the hover boots. I'm not gonna lie. Doing this, like, long jump thing is not the best. I think it's faster if you have the thruster, but I don't like the, like, the thruster's cool in theory, but the problem with it for me is Clank's arms get turned into wings, and it just looks dumb. I like when Clank's just kind of, like, normal. But it looks cool. Other than the fact that Clank's arms get turned into wings. That's kind of stupid. Anyway, I think I'll call the video there. That was a pretty fun one. Let me know what you think of Ratchet and Clank 3.